Do you believe you could survive 1 year in the woods, isolated from everything you know?
Hi, video number 2. I'm going to treat these solo videos more like a vlog style, and that's a question that I had to answer not by choice or by seeking it out, but because it was my reality the year of 2024.
To paint the picture, going back to the beginning of 2024, we were struggling financially, me and my partner Shay. We didn't know what to do, and luckily Shay had some family out in what they call green country. They call it green country because it's green. It's nothing but green. And we decided, you know what, let's give this lifestyle a shot. Let's go move out to the country and kind of get our bearings and start over. And we planned on staying for maybe 2 months, 3 months max, while we saved up for a different living situation. When we got there, it was quite a shock. There was more cows than people around us, and right outside the backyard, it's just straight into the woods. You just can walk straight down there all the way to this beautiful creek. I'll probably insert some videos here to show you some highlights of kind of what I'm talking about to paint the picture. When I first started to go out into those woods once or twice a week, I became instantly hooked on the feeling I was getting being out there and just being surrounded by the nature. Once or twice started to turn into 2 or 3 times, and before I knew it, I was going out there every single day. What I started to experience was pretty profound and really impacted my life. I noticed that a lot of the clutter I have in my mind, a lot of my anxieties were going away. I noticed time was really slowing down out there. I noticed that when I would make myself be bored, when I wouldn't bring anything, just go sit out there and look into the trees and look into the water, my mind would actually become super creative. It would start to make writing easier. I could start to think of melodies and songs almost naturally. They would come to me, and I would never have experienced that if I didn't just take the time and go slow down. I also started to make sure I was getting enough sunlight. I was just staring up at the sun, closing my eyes, and seeping in those good rays, and my temperament was shifting. I had kind of a hot temper when we were moving there, just because when I get stressed and worked up, I get kind of short-fused. And up there, when I started doing that, taking in those good rays, it's like I could just kind of think more calmly. I wasn't getting that quick reaction all the time. I had a couple seconds to really think about my reaction and think about what was going on before just jumping on something and reacting. It was really cool as I would slow down and listen to the forest. You know, I'd hear like one set of birds making some noise, and then another set of birds responding. And then I would hear like different creatures and different things in the forest kind of sending like signals back and forth. And just you could almost be a part of this giant ecosystem. You could see it and hear it. And that was really wild and really cool to be a part of. When I started to pay attention to this more and more, I started thinking about how we're all connected, and it gave me just a lot of profound insights on how we work, as just the forest is like kind of the same as us. Speaking of animals, what was really wild sometimes is I'd play my guitar every now and then, and when I would get really locked in and really in the zone, the nature and stuff around me, even the animals, they would respond sometimes to what I was playing. Like I would hit a particular chord, and all of a sudden there would be like movement from birds like come right towards it. And I started to kind of realizing more and more that there was a lot of energy going back and forth between what I was doing and what was around me. There's so much I want to say about it. When I'm looking back, I'm like, man, I want to paint this picture because I want people to experience getting away, even for like a week, going and just turning everything off and enjoying what it's like to be surrounded by nature and just really listening to what's around you. Because once you do that, you don't need any drug, you don't need any kind of guru to tell you to like do X, Y, and Z. When you do that, you start to get real answers. You start to be able to tune into yourself. And that's something that I've taken all the way from the woods to Dallas, where when I slow down, I listen to what's around me, I tune into what's going on within me, I start to get a lot of answers, and I start to at least get a little bit of clarity and a little bit of peace of mind. I really wanted to make this video for the people that are going through an isolated phase in their own life right now, or if you're literally in the woods like I was, or you're just, whatever that looks like to you, you're in an isolation period away from what you once thought was life, and you're forced to kind of tune within, pay attention to what's around you, and you may be asking yourself like I was, what is going on, God? Why am I here? How did my life get to the point where I'm out here in the middle of the woods? Like, what is going on? What did I do? And I want to just share with you that by the end of that period of time, of that isolation, not only have I learned probably more lessons in 1 year of my entire life, but I just have a lot of joy and appreciation for people. I started to realize like how beautiful we all are and how cool it is that we interact and we have these networks to begin with. It's really beautiful if you start to just take a step back and look at how we've structured everything and how we come up with these crazy things that we do. It's really cool, and to think about what if we put our mindset into making something beautiful and something that was about healing and something that was about just bringing the best out of each other. It really excites me because I know we could get there fast if we just began to do that. I feel like I've said what I needed to say. I feel like I don't want to just keep hammering on all the little details about being out there. I want you to go experience this. I want, even if you can just get away to the park, get away to some place around your house that's surrounded by nature and that slows yourself down a little bit, I want you to go try it, even for just a day. See how you feel after it. And if you try this and you really enjoy it, come let me know how it was for you. I want to know that this video found the right person, and I'm going to keep pumping these bad boys out amongst other videos. And I love you. I hope you have a great week this week, and I hope the end of your February is filled with love, filled with peace. And if you have any questions about anything else I learned out there, or if you want to share your experiences, let me know in the comments, or just let me know, reach out to me, and I would love to hear from you. Peace. See you next time.